All right, hello everyone. How are you today? It's Kay. So this is the 1st of December and this is on Wednesday. So let's start the live stream and see what's happening in the markets. Let's check charts together by Ichimoku and also my strategy. So let me get ready quickly to start the session for today. So yeah, let's see. All right, so how are you doing, everyone? Good to see you. I have screened the charts today once before and it was ranging almost all the pairs on my watch list. So simply I'm staying away and spending some time for reading books and doing some other stuff. So so this is my second time screening charts. So let's see if we see any trends. Even if we don't see any trends, we will talk about some other topics and also do some analysis from different angles in the markets. So let's continue to discuss until the end of the live today. All right, so okay, so let me change the monitor. Okay, and as a quick disclaimer, as always, this information is all based on my own experience and knowledge. So when you trade, please decide with your own risk management. And since this is a live stream, if you can please follow the rules and guidelines, that would be great. Because after all, we're all here to learn. So yeah, let me say hi to everyone quickly. All right, Harshal and Jalaj, Vipin and Kishore, David and Alex, Robo and Victor, Eugene, Arkady and Archback, Aturistaram and Ruth, Henry and Cicely and Aditya. Great to see you, everyone. Thank you for joining. Okay. So, before starting here, a quick announcement is that there will be GTS class Global Trading School, which is my hands-on training, up to 5 members in the group. And the next group starts in January, and there's only 1 seat left. So in case if you're interested to join in January, please let me know by email. You can see the link on the below description. So please let me know so that I will give you the instruction of how to enroll the GTS class in January. So, all right, so let me switch to the, oh, by the way, I have a couple of comments here now already. Let's see. Jalaj says, Sensei, what about yesterday? Pound Swiss franc. It got stopped out suddenly after that it got bearish again. Yeah, so Pound Swiss franc, there was spike up and I exited also with a very small loss. And yeah, afterwards I didn't trade. Yeah, it was a very tricky market. I think it was a Pound Swiss franc, so we were watching together on this one. So I still have the lines, so let me show you exactly where I exited. So on the live stream, we were actually monitoring the pair here, and I took the sell. Somewhere here, I think. And afterwards, the market went backwards, and I exited exactly here at 1.2254. So I lost the pips of 9 pips or 10 pips and exited. So because the market broke the previous high in the 5-minute chart, and also it was marking end wave bullish, and then gold cross stochastics. So I've got multiple confirmations for exit, and that's why I exited at this price level. My stop loss was placed here at 1.2264. So simply I exited before the price hit the stop loss. Originally, the stop loss was all the way up here. But I lowered the stop loss as the market started to go towards my direction. I lowered it here. And as soon as I see the market goes bullish end wave and gold cross stochastics, and also breakout of the previous resistance and breakout of this descending trend line, I exited here. Manually, I exited. So hopefully you exit it at the right timing like this, and make sure that you don't run the losses. Every time you take trades, you better exit as quick as possible if the market goes against you. It's my philosophy. So yeah, and afterwards the market went bearish, but I didn't take a trade. I was on the discussion with the other meeting, and that's why I didn't take any trades. And it went up and down, and here is the market right now. So yeah, today is ranging, so no trades for myself. All right, Eugene says, did you attend the Dubai Air Show a couple weeks ago? Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know there was a Dubai Air Show. So I didn't join that, unfortunately. Yeah. But yeah, there are many events right now. It's a national holiday today and tomorrow. So they're celebrating 50 years of Dubai. So I guess I will just hop out after this live stream and see what's happening outside. That will be exciting to see. All right, Milos says, so much indecision in market right now. Yeah, it's ranging everywhere. If I was actually watching the strength chart just earlier and found that there is no momentum. All the lines are squeezing and sideways, so this is pretty much ranging everywhere. So yeah, basically in this case, we do nothing is the key. All right, Andrew says, hi Kay, how do you improve your patience to stay out in the markets when nothing is trending? Sometimes I will have the tendency to force a poor quality trade. Yeah, first of all, that's based on my experience. I have spent so many times taking trades in the range market, and I lost so much money, and that's why, that's one of the reasons. So I paid so expensive lesson to stay away from the ranging markets. That's one. And also for myself, I am not a range trader, but rather I am a trend follower. So whenever I see charts, if there's a trend, then I will follow it. But if not, then stay away. So that's discipline. So that's another reason why I stay away in the ranging market. And also it's due to my belief is that the in the ordinary job, you get paid every month, or if you do some jobs every day, then you may get paid every day. But in trading, it's not like that. So because you cannot decide how much you gain, and you cannot decide how many trades you take per day if there's no setups in trading. So that's why patience requires, it requires patience a lot. Because we don't get paid every day in trading. Sometimes you don't get paid for 1 day or 1 week or 1 whole month. It can be break even, and that's the reality. So if you realize that fact that the markets, if it's range, then there is no directions and there is no market moves, and then you better simply stay away, because that's most likely when people lose money. I was the one also before. I was losing money when I was trading like in the range market. So that's why I stay away. All right. Juan and Miguel, good to see you. Thank you for joining. All right, Karim, James, and Anis. All right, Bassam and Miguel, good to see you also. Yeah. So pound Swiss rand, I exited here. So this was my entry. I took the sell here, and this was my TP. I lowered the TP down here on the previous high when the market goes towards my direction. And as market broke the previous high here, this was my exit. Yeah, so let me catch up some other comments now. So today there's no trends, but I will screen charts, and if possible, I will just take trades by price action just to explain how I think about the markets so that you can trace my mindset. So yeah, I will screen charts in a minute, but let me cover some other comments for now. Today, I want to be like open discussion session today. Instead of talking myself, just going on, I will pick some more comments today and carry on the live stream like this today. Right, Jalash says, Sensei, I see a lot of small candles today. Any reason for low volume? I think there are many reasons. One is that there was big news in the US yesterday due to Powell's speech. The market was spiky. The USD was bought, and all the other currencies were sold, and it was a mess in the market. And usually when there's a big spike happens like this, afterwards the market becomes quiet. So that's one of the reasons. And also markets are preparing for the non-farm payrolls tomorrow. And also there is another speech of Powell today, and also over here. And also there is another news here, ISM, manufacturing PMI. So if there are big news, usually the market becomes quiet. And since this is the first week of December, we have big news, big events. So yeah. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Omicron, right? Yeah, the Omicron outbreak is also causing the market volatility. But now it's settled down, so it just happening. So we just do nothing in this case. Yeah, Martin says, hello, K, I don't take trades for these 3 days just to see the market is not good. Is that wise decision? I think so. I think that's a very wise decision. Yes. So like I mentioned previously, you don't have to take trades every day, or you don't have to take trades multiple times per day, because you're not the one who decides how many trades you take. You have to let the market decide how many take trades. So in the market range like this, we better stay away. So let me screen charts per Ichimoku and see what's happening. So here is Euro USD is doji candle today. This is engulfing, so there is no direction. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, so it's losing direction, obviously. So let me check and capture which market is good to trade. This one looks good. EURCHF has been resisted by this Tenkan Sen, and today is bearish, so it could break the support. So let me just mark this one, and let me talk about other pairs. So EURCHF is at the Kumo now, so this is retracing backwards, and not a good time to enter yet. Euro Swiss franc has been bearish in Ichimoku lines. The Kumo down, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen, or Kijun Sen down, Tenkan Sen flat, and Chikou span below the candles. And this one is also as EURJPY. The market has been below the Tenkan Sen, so this is bearish. So today and yesterday has been doji candles, so obviously the market is losing its bearishness. But since the market is still below Tenkan Sen, we can still see that this is bearish. So it could break the support. So we will look for the sell chance in a lower time frame. USDJPY is not really good. Let's see. Pound USD today is bullish, and yesterday was doji. So this is engulfing doji candle. So we have to wait for the breakout. In this case, bearish. Let's see. So I screen charts like this, but I don't see any good pairs. All the markets are basically ranging since yesterday or the day before. So it's been quite tricky market. So yeah, let me focus on the Euro JPY today as the market is about to break the support. But the Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Tenkan Sen flat. So this is ranging and the market might be traced backwards. So sorry, hold on, not Euro JPY, but let me continue to monitor Euro Swiss franc. This one's better because Kumo down, Kijun Sen down, Chikou span below the candles. So I will go down to 1 hour chart. And in 1 hour, obviously it's ranging, and this is called the P wave because let me delete this arrow. This is called P wave because the lower highs, the higher lows and lower highs. So this is in the P wave. So basically we have to wait for the P wave breakout. But we can assume that the market breaks the P wave bearish potentially, and we can look for the selling edge right now and expect the market breaks a P wave. If the breakout doesn't happen, then simply we can exit. So this is what I can see in the 1 hour. And also, let's check 30-minute time frame. In this 30-minute time frame, it's obviously the P wave, but the Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span has been overlapping. So this is ranging basically, as per Ichimoku. But let me go down to 5 and see if we can capture potential selling edge. So if I were to sell right now, then I will put the stop loss above the previous high in 5. So that will be here. And if this stop loss is not too wide, then we can go for sell. So let's see. In pips wise, this is only like 17 or 18, 19 pips I will take. I will take the second previous high. So that will be 19 pips of stop loss. And then I place a sell right now. So this is just as a demonstration because I can see that there is a nice bearishness band walking nicely. And I see the little reverse N wave. So the market could retrace backwards, and this is potentially continuous bearish N wave like this. So just to explain in purposes, let me just place a sell right now to see how the market goes. So now it's going down. So let me adjust the selling edge. So let me just place a sell. I have the paper account on the trading view. So I will just place a sell. But just make sure that as a disclaimer, this information is based on my experience. This is just for educational purpose. So if you decide to take trades, please do in your own terms. Okay, so I will place a sell right now. And I put the stop loss. This is like about 25 pips and take the sell right now. So my sell is executed here. So let's continue to monitor until the end of the live today. See how it goes. So okay, my stop loss is above the previous high, so that will be here. So this time I didn't see 3 confirmations, but I just wanted to explain about the price action, and that's why I decided to take a sell, and also expecting the market break the P wave bearish. P wave bearish in this direction. But if the market reverses backwards, then I will talk about an exit timing. So after I take a sell, what I usually do, or what I imagine in my mind, is the 50% level to the stop loss. So that will be somewhere here, will be 50% level. So as long as market is below the 50% level to the stop loss, I don't really care. But if the market starts to retrace backwards 50%, which is 1% risk for myself, then I will decide whether I exit or not. So now let's see how it goes. If it bounces and goes up, then I will talk about an exit timing. so that it becomes more lively and it becomes more, practical. So like this, I analyze charts by multiple time frames by Ichimoku Kinko Hyo, but when it comes to looking for a trading edge, I do so in the 5 or 15 minute time frame. This time I only took 5-minute chart just as a practice purpose, but in reality I also look at the 15-minute time frame. And I take a sell based on the 5-minute chart just to confirm the entry edge, but basically I'm following the daily direction. I'm following the daily direction this time, so as long as daily time frames Kumo, Senko span B and A, and Kijun Sen are down and Chikou span below the candles, I keep holding the sell and trading the profit, as long as it goes bearish like this way. And once the market starts to retrace backwards in the daily time frame, then that's when the Kumo start to be flat and Kijun Sen start to be flat, and Chikou span may touch the candles, and that's when I look for an exit timing. And I have no idea how many days or how many hours or how many minutes the market keeps going down. But as soon as the market retraces backwards, that's when I look for an exit timing. So like this, I go with the flow and I don't usually set the target. Well, I imagine the target in my mind. So in this case, speaking about the target will be the previous support level in the daily chart, which is all the way down here at 1.0232 was a previous support. So this is my potential target. I mean, my ultimate target, I would say. But like I mentioned on the yesterday's live stream, the market could reach that level and may continuously be bearish. In that case, there's no reason to exit here. I keep holding and trading the profit. But if the market reverses backwards in the middle, then I will simply exit. And if the market reverses backwards right after I took the sell, then of course I will exit. This is based on the 5-minute chart. I exit, and these are based on the daily time frame exits. So this is actually the power of multiple time frame confirmations and entries, because in this way you seem that because I look at the 5-minute chart, so you may think that I take trades by 5, and technically yes, but in terms of trend direction, I follow the daily direction. So I have two mindsets. One is a major direction time frame to trade, and another one is for entry time frame. And I do so because in this way, my risk and reward ratio will be much, much greater than taking trades on one single time frame. Alright, so let me come back to 5-minute chart and split the window and continue to monitor the 5-minute chart. Alright, so yeah, and let me come back to some other comments now. Alright, how many jets did you buy? Yeah. Let's see. Alright, Jalash says, can I use your Tokyo box strategy in this session, and do you still use it? Yes, I do. But I do so in the JPY pairs. Yeah, this is Swiss franc pair, so I don't use Tokyo box because it works the best in the JPY pairs. Okay, Eugene says, what about cup and handle formation? I don't really see the markets as cup and handle because I see double top and double bottom. Henry says, how to recover from trauma because lost trades many times. How to overcome, how to recover is basically keep trading, keep practicing, and keep backtesting. So for example, when I run the tester or when I trade demo account, I didn't really care whether I win or lose because I simply practice. So like this one also, this is paper trading. This is not my real account. So in this case, I have no emotion, but this is just practice and see how it goes. I wanted to see how it goes, and that's why I take trades in this practice. And in this way, you have no trauma, you have no pain in the losses. And even if I trade real money, I have no pain and I have no trauma because these are also following based on my own rules and discipline. So we have to have calmness in your mind when you're taking trades. Sometimes, you know, if we have no positions, then we are neutral to the markets. But as soon as you see as soon as you start to hold the position, then you start to be biased. So for example, here we're taking the sell right now. So as soon as we take a sell, we hope the market goes bearish, and we look for many reasons the market goes bearish. And I think that also creates pain because you're not neutral when you're setting the pair. You have to be neutral all the time. All right, hello, good to see you, everyone. All right, let's see. All right, let me pick some other comments now. So I took the sell on the Euro Swiss franc 1.04128, and my stop loss is at 1.04349. So I'm taking the stop loss of 22 pips in stop loss. And since today's market is ranging basically, so most likely we have no volatility. So I don't think the market will move that much until the end of the live today for the next about 30 minutes or so. But let's see how it goes. Kishore says, Sergey, like we have a position size calculator for Forex. Is there anything like that for the indices position size calculation? If there is anything, can you please share? I am not sure about the calculator for the indices, but there must be some website that actually shares the calculation also. I think I've seen that before. So yeah, you can Google it and can find it. Yeah, and there is a calculator for stock market indices and also Bitcoin or cryptos also. But you have to be connected in the internet to calculate. All right, James says, can you check US 100? Yeah, sure. So on the right panel, let me share another market analysis. So US 100 right now in the daily chart is completely ranging. So there's no trend right now. So Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span is now getting closer, and this is ranging. So from here, we can't tell which way it's going. Let's see. If I watch the weekly time frame, weekly still shows that this is bullish, so it may go up continuously. But since daily time frame and Tenkan Sen is now flat, it may retrace back to Tenkan Sen and continue to be bullish this way. Eugene says, you often say to leave ranging market alone. Is there a way to watch ranging for sudden breaks up or down? Yeah, you can put the alert. You can put the alert on the support resistance levels and capture the breakout, come back to chart after the breakout, and start to look for an entry edge. Zebro says, does your strategy work on all time frames or only 5 or 15 for entry? Yes, it works on any time frames. So myself, I am first of all a Forex trader. So I only trade Forex, sometimes gold, but recently I don't take trades in gold because it's ranging. So I only take trades in Forex. And in Forex pairs, I take major, minor Forex pairs, and these pairs, I don't trade NZD. This was from the previous live stream. But on these major, minor pairs, they move up and down every day, every week, and that's why I take daily as higher time frame and break it down to lower time frame for entry. But if you are trading exotics or indices, stock markets, or even Bitcoin, I think it's better to take higher time frames because lower time frames are too spiky. So you can raise up the lower time frame to like 15 or even 30 or 1 hour and follow weekly or monthly direction. But basically you use the same strategy, but simply by shifting time frame up a little bit, and then you can be a swing trader. But you don't have to change the whole strategy. Just change time frame to adapt to these different markets. Archback says, do you sometimes take trades towards Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen? Yes, I do. Yeah, I do. If the market retraces back to Kijun-sen, then I take the buy, and target will be on the Kijun-sen in higher time frames in that case. Kush says, it's better to draw time cycles on the daily time frame or weekly time frame? Yes. Time cycles work the best on the daily or weekly or monthly chart, but not the lower time frames. I've tested before, and the lower time frames, time cycles are a bit choppy, and the market doesn't really respect the time cycles in the lower time frames. So what I mean by doesn't respect means that, let's say you see 26 time cycle in one time, and it doesn't repeat that much in the lower time frames. But in the higher time frames, it tends to repeat. It repeats more often. So that's what I mean by it works more in higher time frames. So markets are fractal, so technically anything can apply on any time frames, but the probability is different. Miguel says, TradingView doesn't support XM execution. What broker are you using that can execute trades in TradingView? This is Forex.com. Yeah, the concept about the TradingView is that there is very few selection to trade on this platform. So when I trade, personally, I use MT5 in mobile, but I analyze charts by TradingView. Trucy Terman says, can you check Nifty Bank? Yeah, let's see. Nifty Bank, it was retracing yesterday, but let me see. All right, weekly chart is now at the Kijun-sen. And Kumo's Senko span A retracing backwards, so it may break the Kijun-sen. So here we better do nothing. But let me check the daily time frame. All right, in the daily time frame, it broke the Kumo and it may continue to be bearish. And there is no sign of bullishness, so we better stay away. I think you can draw the line over here, and so see if the market will be resisted by the previous support and continue to be bearish, or it may retrace back to Kijun-sen or Kumo in the daily time frame. But since we can't tell which way it goes, we better simply stay away. Yesterday was pin bar and the day before was doji. So this is a very tricky market. So coming back to Euro Swiss franc, it's still ranging. So simply we have to continue to monitor in this case. And since the market is near this trend line, it may bounce and goes up. So with that in mind, I take a sell. So that's why I say if the market retraces backwards, then I will exit very soon. In that case, I will talk about an exit timing. Let's see. Okay, Eugene says, when you say risk, say 2% your account, does this mean 2% of stake per position? 2% of the account. So let's say if you have $1,000 in your account, then 2% will be $20. So to the stop loss should be $20, and you calculate the lot sizing to go for. If you take 2 trades, then that will be 1% for each trade. Aditya says, Mr. K, can Ichimoku identify the end of the trend? Yeah, by looking at the Kumo Kijun Sen and Chikou span. If you see Chikou, let's say, in this case also, this is potentially the end of the trend because now we have the Kumo flat and Kijun Sen flat. This is in the daily time frame. You see Senko span B flat and Kijun Sen flat. So this is a potential end of the trend and it may be traced backwards. But if the market breaks a support, then it will continue to be bearish. But here in this situation, you can see the potential reversal. And that's why I say we better do nothing in this case. And also, if you use time cycles, you can potentially capture the end of the trend. Let's say the day before, on the 29th of November, was the Henkabi. And then from here, it may be traced backwards. The time cycle can also give you the potential end of the trend. But of course, not 100%. Yeah, so let's see. Okay, so now Euro Swiss franc is still ranging. So basically we continue to monitor now. So let me come back to the strength chart right now and see which currency is strong and weak. So when I take trades, I also refer to the strength chart. And since we are trading the hold on. So we are trading Euro Swiss franc. So I pick Euro and Swiss franc. Okay, so Euro is a red one and Swiss franc is gray, sorry, the brown one. And Euro's up and Swiss franc is even more up. And that's why as a pair, it's going down. If Swiss franc is below Euro, then that will be bullish. But Swiss franc is still above Euro. So technically, this is still bearish. So yeah, let's see. Let's see if Euro comes above the Swiss franc. And then we will see bullishness in the 5-minute chart. Right, let's see. Zebro says, do you appreciate personal questions like how have you been on your live streams, or do you want to keep it strictly trading related and answer questions about personal stuff on the second channel? Yeah, on this live stream, I prefer to stick to the trading related questions. And about the personal questions, you can ask me on my second channel. And that's why I separate my channel into 2, so that we can stick to the topics in this first channel about the Forex trades. Yeah, you can close in the highs or lows, yeah, or resistance support. Yeah, basically that's the same thing. Yeah. My stochastic setting is 30, 10, 10. So this is, let me show you the setting. So this is the person K30, person D10, and smoothing in 10. Carbon says, if you would pick one Hanne line, what would you choose? That would be Kijun-sen. You know, in Ichimoku originally, there were only Kijun-sen and Tenkan-sen. And they were called Kinko-hyo in Japanese. Kinko-hyo means equilibrium chart. So Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen alone were showing the market equilibrium. And that's why all the other lines are called spans. Senko span A, Senko span B, and Chikou span. Because spans are supportive lines to the these Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen. And when the market is trending, ranging, Kijun-sen shows the mid-price of the market. Hello Henry, you're welcome for my answer. And a tip for 1 minute XAU-USD scalping. I never did it, so I have no advice. I never scalp by 1 minute. So let's see. Hello James, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so now I have a request here from Vince. He says XRP USD. Alright, so that will be cryptos, right? Okay, oops. On the left, I keep the EURCHF run to monitor. On the right, I will show the XRP USD. Okay, so here's daily chart. And what do you see here now? This is ranging, right? The Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat, Chikou span retracing, market's also retracing backwards, and this is ranging. So the market could retrace back to the Kijun-sen in this case. But now, the current market is near the previous support, so the thing's a bit tricky. It may be resisted and turns to be bearish from here by price action. And simply what I do is I stay away because we cannot know which way it goes. If the market starts to be bullish, then I will take a buy and take the target on the daily Kijun-sen. And if the market starts to be bearish, then I will wait for the Kumo down, Kijun-sen down and look for the sell chance. But right now, I would stay away. And I have no knowledge about the fundamentals or news about the cryptos. So basically my analysis is all based on the Ichimoku and price action. Milos says, Mr. K, would your strategy still work with looking at the daily as higher time frame and your entry will be in 30 or 1 hour? Yeah, it works. It works. But you better take less risk per trade. In that case, you better take 1% per trade. Yeah, Alex says, make sure you not use Oanda. Yeah, I used to use Oanda, but not anymore because the market's a bit tricky. Oanda actually, gives us a bit tricky, like spiky market sometimes, long wicks in the trading view. So when I see charts, when I show charts in trading view, I use FXCM, not Oanda, in Forex because it looks a bit different. Sometimes Owanda gives lots of spiky markets, but FXCM is more, more settled. So we better choose FXCM to screen charts and do analysis. Tourist term, you're welcome. Trader Steve says, "Hi Kay, maybe the US and Euro indices are bullish today. Which looks best to you for a trade? Currently in Dow Jones, but I'm trading ranges." Yeah, right now in terms of indices, all are ranging, retracing, so I would recommend to stay away. Yeah, Nikkei was dropping down. This is Japan index. Nikkei is dropping down because of the border close. So it's at the support level. But yeah, Dow Jones is also continuously be bearish, and now it broke the Kumo. So it may continue to be bearish. And if we don't see any sign of bullishness, simply we better stay away is my advice. So Dow Jones still bearish, and Nasdaq is also this is also ranging bearish above the Kijun Sen, but the Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, so this is ranging and we cannot tell which way it goes. And S&P also is in between Kijun Sen, Kumo, and this is the market to stay away. When I see the market is within the Kumo and Kijun Sen, I usually stay away. So yeah, it's a very tricky market. And also we have big news today and tomorrow, NFP tomorrow. So in that sense also, we better stay away and come back next week. Okay, Gunai says, "Hi K, gold please." Alright, gold, let me check. I have checked the gold earlier and there was no trend, but let's see. So yeah, today this is gold daily chart, and you see the many candles in flat, even dojis, couple of dojis previous days, and long wicks up and downwards. This is like fishbone, so we better stay away. Yeah, Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen about to dead cross, and Chikou span is with the candle. So to me, this is bearish. So if we start to see Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen dead cross and Chikou span break, then Kumo breakout happens, then the market may continuously be bearish. But right now it's ranging, so we are not sure which way it's going. Yeah, this is very tricky market to stay away. So this whole week, it requires patience. It requires patience. I think this is a week to train patience, especially today. Sometimes you might feel frustration every time you screen charts, you see it's ranging and you have to walk away. But it happens. I have been trading for the last 8 years and it happens many times. And it's inevitable. I can lower the time frames and look for entry chance for scalping by price action only, but that would be too busy for myself. So let's say on this one, Euro Swiss franc sell, this is not really following my own strategy purely, but this is based on the price action and P wave, potential P wave breakout and 5-minute chart entry edge. But usually I don't enter like this. This is just for the demonstration purposes for today, to talk about an exit timing. Hopefully the market retraces backwards and talk about an exit timing. It looks like it's ranging, so we will see if it happens in about 10 minutes. But usually I don't take the sell like this because honestly the market is still ranging. But since daily chart is bearish, there is a chance that the market breaks a P wave and it continues to go down this way, and that's why I took the sell. one thing for sure in this case is that I never take a buy. I will only look for the selling edge. But I don't do scalping. I don't take trades by 5-minute chart only by price action because that will be too busy. I might be only capture 10 pips or 15 pips maybe and exit very soon. So in duration, that will be maybe like 30 minutes to 1 hour. And for myself, it's not time efficient. Once I'm in the trade, then I want to keep holding as long as possible. And I don't want to scalp. Yeah, right now it's slow, very slow. So when the market's slow, it requires patience also. And that's why I walk away. Because, and that's why I say time efficiency is the key to success. Because, like I mentioned previously, we don't get paid according to how many trades you take or how many, times you screen charts. But we only get paid according to the fact that the market goes towards our direction. And in order for that to happen, the market should be trending. If the market's ranging up and down like this, or when the market's slow like today, then even if I place a sell, it doesn't move anyways. But I have to monitor. I have to take time to monitor, and that is not time efficient. I want to trade when the market is trending. I want to trade because so that the market goes towards my direction soon after I take that position. And I only take trades on these timings. And that's why I don't trade in the range market, because simply it's not time efficient. And I don't want you to misunderstand, but to be honest, I don't like to screen charts. I don't like to sit in the PC, sit in front of the charts and screen charts. I don't like that. All right, let's see. All right, let me cover the questions and comments one by one. So, yeah. Oh, Jalaj, if you can put the question again, that would be great. Mr. Deadlift says, how would you price action with support resistance as an edge? Price action with support resistance, one of the examples would be the reversal. Like support becomes resistance and resistance becomes support. In that case, you can use it with the price action. So for example, the market, let's say if I can look for a good example for that, is actually that's my favorite setup. So like this one here, you see the previous support became resistance. So you can look for the sell after you confirm this reversal. Potentially the market goes bearish, and especially if higher time frames are bearish, and when you see this, the chance for the market to be bearish will be higher. That will be a nice entry edge. Oh, Atrusi Tarman, thank you for the reminder for the like button. So if you liked the live stream so far, please press the like button before you leave. That would be great for me to keep going. All right, good to see you, everyone. Thanks for joining. Ishore says, Sir K, when there is an end of the trend, which is most effective, Kijun-sen flat or Senko span B flat, or we have to consider both? You have to consider both. Yeah. You have to consider both Senko span B, Kijun-sen, and also Senko span A. If you see Senko span A, B, Kijun-sen all flat, then that is a pure ranging market. So potentially that's the end of the trend. So the market is very slow. It's not really moving that much today. So let's see what kind of news we have. We have speech, Fed's chair power speech again, and also ISM, manufacturing PMI in 4 minutes. So let's watch this news together and see how the market will be affected by this news, and then end the session. So usually before the live stream, before the big news like this, I exit the position and walk away. If I can't set the break even, then I exit. So in that sense, to be practical, let me exit because this is the news before. So and what's the news after? What's the news? Because we have no idea how the news can impact the market. It may shoot all the way up like this in 5 minutes or 1 minute. Sometimes it happens. So this is a risk. So you will lose the position. So before the news, I exit and come back afterwards. After the market settles down and come back, usually which happens in 1 hour after the news. So let's see, in 2 minutes we have news. So let me enlarge in 1 frame and continue to monitor. And if the market breaks a P wave, then we can continue to look for the sell chance. So let's see which way it goes. Come back to the news topic. In terms of a PMI report, previous was 60.8 and consensus is 61. So let's say today is more than 61 or below 60.8. Usually in theory, when the turnout is positive, better than previous, better than consensus, then USD will be bought. And if it's worse, then USD will be sold. So let's see how it goes. Okay, in 1 minute, a news will come up. Sam says, I think on Euro Swiss run on all time frames are ranging except for the daily time frame. Yes, it's ranging. All right, so the tunnel is coming up. It's loading right now. Let's see. There's no impact yet, so hold on, let's see. Okay, the turnout was positive, right? Better than previous, better than consensus. So USD should be bought, technically speaking. So now let's move on to the strength chart and refresh the page. And now USD is bearish. So this is divergence between the outcome of the news and the currency strength, which happens sometimes. So now let's move on to the chart and see how the market is affected. Okay, so Euro Swiss franc, there's no impact right now. So yeah, there is not much of impact. So let's look at some other USD pairs. So Euro USD, for example, in 5, this is going bearish. And USD JPY, it's bullish now. Right, and Pound USD is ranging still. And AUD USD is also ranging, no impact. So it looks like it didn't give much impact. But one thing is that even if you don't see any impact right now, it can happen. The impact may happen in a few minutes or 5 to 10 minutes. It may shoot up and down. Because after the news release, sometimes there will be another news releases. And in that case, there will be some other impacts in the market. And also right now, there is a Powell speech right now. So depending on what he says right now, the market can be impacted. So yeah, in that sense, we better stay away for the next one hour until the market settles down. So coming back to EURCHF run, looks like there is no impact. It's a bit bullish, but I would say that this is not due to news. When there is a big impact in news, the market just shoots up all the way or shoots down all the way. So I would say that the impact was very, very small. But once again, it's nice to exit the position in the break even and come back afterwards. Because we never know how the news impacts the market after all. Okay, so let's see. Jalaj says, I have 2 more questions. One, which pairs to trade in Tokyo session? Any pairs. You can trade any pairs. Please also comment on the volume for those pairs. I don't use volume, so I'm not sure. In stock markets, the indices, I think volume is important, but in Forex, I don't use volumes. All right, let's see. Eugene says, defining support resistance using high, low, or close. Big difference. Yeah. I think support resistance is more important than highs and lows when it comes to drawing lines. Better Steve says, can you comment on your strategy of trading the Japanese pairs and taking advantage of the time difference in Dubai versus Tokyo? You mentioned it during the one session, but I can't seem to find it. Yeah, so I think I will talk about that topic next time because yeah, I will be ending the live anytime soon. So please ask me that question again on the next live so that I can answer that question. But yeah, there's a big difference in time zone between Japan and Dubai. So my lifestyle also changed a lot. And to make the long story short, I feel much better in Dubai in time zone to trade Forex. Right, so let's see. Al-Harris says, I was near Burj Khalifa yesterday and then went to Expo. I told my friend Kay is there, now explaining Ichimoku. Okay. Yeah. You are here in Burj Khalifa, okay. I was actually walking outside Burj Khalifa, so we may be seeing each other. Yeah, I was out also because it was nice season right now. It's cooling down and nice walk outside. So great. All right, so I do see many more comments, but I will end the live for now. So thank you for joining and watching until the end. If you liked it, please press the like button and I will see you in the next one. So once again, this week we have big news, big events. So before taking trades, make sure that there is no big news. And if there is, then simply stay away and come back after the news. All right, so yeah, once again, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one. So until then, please stay healthy and stay safe and stay gold. Right, bye for now. Matane, thank you. I say matane, and that means see you in Japanese. So I say matane.